Welcome to More Fanime. What's up, everybody? Today, I'm gonna be discussing, we're gonna be reviewing chapter 1102 of the One Piece manga. The last chapter of 2023 has dropped, and it's a doozy, and it's the end of the Kuma flashback. What? I'm excited. I predicted that the Kuma flashback would end in 1100. I was wrong. I admit it. I'm fine with this. Honestly, this is one of my favorite chapters of the entire flashback, because we get to go back and see some older scenes from Sabaody, from Thriller Bark, for example, that are redid through Kuma's eyes, through his perspective, and I thought that was really cool. Spoiler. Don't forget to comment down below in this video. Tell me your favorite part from this chapter, and if you haven't read it yet, get off this fucking video. You're a fool, because I'm going to spoil the whole thing. I'm going to ruin it for you. You should go read it, or wait for the Shonen Jump official release this Sunday. Alright, so the chapter begins with Bonnie. There's a cover story with Bonnie eating hot dogs. Woo. I'm ready for a cover story, though, not just a cover, request, by the way. Oda, looking at you. Maybe next chapter we'll get an actual story that continues every week to week, which is always exciting, because then we always get a little extra treat with our chapter. It's like an extra little piece to another chapter going on in its own little world. So, oh, by the way, the new One Piece anime coming out in 2025, The One Piece, I heard about it. I'm excited. What if we get to see the cover stories animated for once, because they are canon and they haven't really been done by the regular anime? Whoa, that would be exciting. I would love that. There are so many that have never been animated that would be so cool in badass animation by Wit Studios. Whoa, I'm excited for another anime adaptation, and we get to keep the one we currently have, and a live action, and hopefully a new video game soon. We are eating very well as One Piece fans. I'm excited. Okay, chapter 1102, let's go. Starts off with Bonnie as a pirate now, as a pirate captain. She even tells her crew, it's like, you guys got to refer to me as captain now, because I'm the leader, even though I'm 10 years old. Look at me as a leader. We can't let them think that I'm not a child, even though I'm going by Bonnie, so they know who I am. Like, the government should know who she is at this point. It's like, Bonnie, pink hair, yeah, that's her. She's turning everybody into babies. Seems like a devil fruit ability that might coincide with her ability that we heard from Alpha. Yeah, I don't think she's hiding much. But she's out there kicking ass, taking names, taking ass, kicking names. It's awesome. I really like this page of her jumping in, ready to fight. She even shows off that she gets the piercing on her cheek. She's like, my dad will recognize me if I have something over here, because I used to have all those rock disease. Yeah. The stone disease. Yeah, now I have this piercing, which a lot of people were predicting the piercing was like a homing device for Kuma. No, she just got a piercing. And then she shows off putting on her lipstick for the first time. And one of her crewmates is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how women put lipstick on. Yeah, this guy that's never met a woman in his entire life. He's like, yeah, that's 100% right. And then Bonnie's like, I'm finally becoming an adult. Adulting. Let's go. Responsibilities. Let's get some juice and nap. So she's out there leading her crew, and they're taking out bad people. They're being piratey, but they're only going after the worst of the worst. They're kind of mirroring what the Straw Hat crew did, helping out the good, fucking up the worst, being pirates, but also being good people. So really putting out a good name out there for pirates everywhere. But the thing is, the newspapers are writing down, they're leaving crippled old people, or seniors and children, because they're getting information that she's turning people into babies and old people, and they're all beat up from them because they're pirates. But actually, it's just Marines and shit and bad people that are trying to capture them that she's transforming and kicking in the face, which is kind of exciting, and a reason why Bonnie is being so notorious in the pirate world so quickly, how she got her bounty so high up, how she became part of the worst generation so quickly. And while this is all happening in this chapter, 1102, we also get to see Luffy get his first bounty again, and we get to see right after he... Basically, Bonnie took to the seas around the time that Luffy took down Arlong right at the beginning of his journey, and we get to see Ace's reaction and Jinbei's reaction to him beating Arlong, which is so sick, because I never thought we'd actually get to see Ace, going like, look, this is my bro, and he's got a fucking bounty. That was before Ace was even introduced to the story, so we didn't get to see that. He's super pumped. Jinbei's like, how did that little squirt take down Arlong? Arlong's a beast. He's not the strongest fisherman I've ever met, but he's a beast, and he's one of my old brethren. How did this little guy do that? Well, I'm going to forget about that guy until we go to jail together, Ace. So they go from there. We get to see Dragon reacting to the same scenario, with his new bounty, right? And he's asking Sabo, it's like, so who works at Logue Town? And he's like, Captain Smoker, which also connects to them leaving Logue Town and him using his wind powers to help his son get to the Grand Line. Oh yeah, connections are happening. We then get to see Kuma's experience going through Thriller Bark. The nothing happened moment, exactly what I thought was going to happen in this chapter. It didn't happen, but also happened at the same time. We get to see Oda redraw the Straw Hats in their, his new style, but they're old school. You get to see Sanji with the hair on the other side. Oh yeah. We get to see old school pre-time skip superior designed Frankie. Yes, and I love it. And I love seeing Frankie in his old design, and I would give anything for him to go back to a similar design, but I don't think we're going to get that. It's just a memory, just nostalgia. Which was really fun. And then Kuma's basically telling him, we all know and love this story. He's like, give me Luffy and I'll let you guys go. And they're like, hell no, we're the Straw Hat crew and we stick together. And, Kuma's really going, wow, Dragon, your son has some great crewmates and it just makes sense. So, nothing happens, and then they go to Sabaody, and we get to see Kuma's reaction to Bonnie being in there eating pizza, being vulgar, being childish, and he's just super proud. He's got a big smile, and he's got his glasses on, and he's like, this is great. Seeing my daughter being a notorious pirate so quickly, 10 years old, I'm so proud of you. And that was the cutest moment. He's hiding outside the restaurant the whole time. How did she know? Little did she know that her dad was just right outside that window, the person she's been after this whole time, but little did she know that she's been on the cusp of catching Kuma this entire time. But when Kuma's about to be caught by her, he goes, blip, pop fruit, and he's gone. He's out of there. He's like, you can't see me, Bonnie. I'm sorry. And it's a sad story. So he goes and checks out Charlos getting his face punched in. We get to jump to Kuma showing up, saving Luffy and the Straw Hat crew from Borsalino and Sentomaru. And he's there going, blip, 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 blip. Luffy's sad. He's like, I couldn't save anybody. And Kuma's like, no, it's not what it's about, Luffy. It's not what it's about. You're just not ready for the new world. And I've just got to show you how powerful they really are there. So he blips everybody away. We jump again to the end of Kuma's sentience, I guess, as a human, or not a human, a buccaneer, or half buccaneer. And he's sitting in the lab chair, gushing about how much he loves Nika and how much he thinks that Luffy might be the second coming of Nika and he's going to change the whole world, and how Luffy's just doing all these cool things and Luffy's so cool. He's like a hero. I used to like Dragon, but now he's like taking down his Dragon posters out of his bedroom and putting up Luffy posters because, it's his new favorite thing. And then he's talking to Vegapunk. Vegapunk's arguing with Saturn in the other room, going like, we can't just take his humanity away, Saturn. Saturn's like, yeah, we're gonna, because we sent him after Luffy. And he fucked that up. Then he showed up and fucked up because Zaru was this close to catching the boy. And he just comes in and blips everybody away. No, we're taking his humanity now, or we're gonna come rip you apart, Vegapunk. But Vegapunk has the smart idea. Unless this was Kuma's idea, maybe I missed it. Kuma takes his memories, boop, makes a big bubble, and the first person to touch that bubble is going to get all of Kuma's life absorbed into them, and we know who gets that. Bonnie. And then they're gone. And then Vegapunk drains old Kuma of his memories. I'm really hoping, though, when Bonnie and Kuma get to meet up again, he's able to, like, break through, just like Sindri, I think her name was, from Thriller Bark, through the plates. Because she started crying because she did have her spirit was still in her body, and she was fighting back. She was like, I can't do this. I hate this evil doctor. I gotta get free. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen with Kuma when he shows up and has the ultimate sacrifice, because in this chapter 1102 we find out that Kuma has a self-destruct option now involved in his body, so he can blow up. Just like I've been saying for the last 3 or 4 chapters, Kuma's going to show up, have his Majin Vegeta moment, and self-destruct, destroying probably the remainder of Egghead Island, including Saturn, because Saturn's got to go, because he's a demon from hell, an evil man that nobody likes. Nobody likes Saturn. He's a piece of shit. He's done nothing good in this entire story, and he's got no redeeming qualities. Yeah, he's going down. Saturn is going to be the first of the Gorosei to die. Will they all die? Probably not, but Saturn is going. Saturn's caused some shit, especially for Kuma. So Kuma's life flashes before his eyes. We see Sentomaru and all the lab assistants just going like, you're a good guy, man. See you later, alligator. And yeah, Kuma's basically lost his humanity. We blip and we see as Vegapunk is pulling the lever, Vegapunk's like, you never hurt anybody, Kuma. But now your death, you losing your, memories, that's going to hurt us. Right here in the heart muscle, in the brain hole as well. So he's crying, and it finally blips to current times, sort of, where we see Bonnie after she touched the memory bubble. So it's still part of a flashback within a flashback, while being a flashback. But it's Bonnie, she's sobbing because she got to see her entire family's life story flash before her eyes, through the eyes of her father, which could kind of be weird, but also sad as all heck, because we got to see the same thing, and we're all here crying. I'm not crying, but you're crying, and it's sad. It's a sad story. It's not my favorite backstory, but it's up there. Top 5, easily. Easily top 5. I think I like Law's backstory and Robin's backstory better, but damn, Kuma's is up there. Probably number 3, maybe 4. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait till the story ends and I'll rank the bad boys. But damn, what a backstory. 1102, ending this right here, right now, at the end of 2023. What is next, Oda? Well, it's got to be big things. It's got to be big things, right? I mean, the big chapter starting 2024 is going to blow our minds. 1103 has got to blow our minds. I am really worried, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. I'm really worried that we're not going to get to see any more of the Rob Lucci versus Zoro fight, and we're just going to cut back, and Zoro is just going to win, or the fight's going to be interrupted before it even gets started. I mean, we have only got to see a couple sword swings, and that's all we're seeing. And I really like Rob Lucci, and I really like Zoro, and I'd really like to see that fight, Oda. So please give me that fight, because I'd like to see it, because I think it'd be really fun. I'm excited. I'm really excited because we're out of the fucking flashback. It was a good flashback. It's over. It's grand. It's wonderful. I think we'll really enjoy it, going through it from start to finish without the stops. But man, this is it, people. We're jumping back to the current timeline. That means we're probably not going to have another flashback for at least, 50 chapters? Maybe longer? I mean, there's still a lot of flashbacks left. The one I'm really looking forward to, number 1 flashback for a character that hasn't gotten one yet. Can you guess? Comment down below if you know. Crocodile. Yeah, I want to know all about Crocodile and his entire history, going after Whitebeard, and then who knows what the hell he did with Ivankov. I want to know that stuff. I want more Cross Guild in 2024. I don't care if we spend the entire year 2024 and we're following the Cross Guild and their journeys to gathering crewmates. We just take a pause on where we're at right now. We don't even go back to Egghead Island. We jump to Cross Guild and we just follow their journey. 24 Cross Guild a year. It's just like the villain arc in My Hero Academia, but it's the Cross Guild. And we get the flashback we get a Buggy flashback, we get a Crocodile flashback, and we get a Mihawk flashback, all wrapped into one. They get to recruit people like Moria and Perona and maybe Doflamingo, maybe even Bentham, Mr. 2, Bon Clay, or at least help break him out of Impel Down. All those fun things. We could do that for an entire year and I would be smiling. A big old smile. Big old smile. You know what else I want to see in 2024? Arlong make his return. Yeah! Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this review on Chapter 1102. This is more Fanime. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you later.